Dana, your optimism this year has been an act of God. Your shop has said, forget the gloom, things are good out there. How good is it out there for the American consumer right now for Chairman Powell or Chairman Brainerd?
It is a very good holiday season that's upcoming for the consumer in 2021. We have consumers who basically have the dollars to spend. Retailers are giving them innovative products. They've got to shop early because supply chain obstacles are really a headwind this year. But overall, the dollars are there for consumers to spend. And this is going to be the first Thanksgiving we've had in nearly 2 years that families can gather together. So I think we're going to see the theme of Christmas is celebratory. It'll be a celebratory holiday season in 2021.
Can they pass price increases on to consumers? What's the evidence that you and Joe Feldman see?
The evidence that Joe and I see is that they can. And we're seeing it in all categories, whether it's in home goods, whether it's in clothing, whether it's in accessories. Price increases are there. It can be low single digits, around 3%, and it is being passed on. The consumer wants the goods. They've got the money to spend. And I've seen it in the sales results of the retailers, from department stores like Macy's, from off-price retailers like TJX, from accessory companies like Tapestry and Capri with Michael Kors and Coach. And even cosmetics companies like Estee Lauder. We're seeing price increases being accepted.
How universally are they being accepted? Is there a two-tier acceptance of higher prices of the low income earners and the high income earners as we start to see the likes of Walmart and even Target say those price pressures are actually becoming more of an issue for them?
So I think the price pressures overall, there's cost headwinds in terms of labor, but then passing it on to the consumer. Even companies like Bath and Body Works have raised their promotional prices and they're not seeing obstacles. Now, if this continues, and trees don't grow to the sky, so this is a point in time that you're able to see this, but I think it's something to watch carefully. We've had some on the low end said they have to navigate those price increases carefully in order to figure out what is the level of resistance. So it is a moment in time now that you're seeing it be accepted, but carefully managed.
Dana, there's a theory out there that when people start to have to pay their paychecks and use those to pay for the higher input prices, that they are more discerning in terms of what they are willing to pay. They're basically using the money they still have received from the government to buy things. Is that true? Are you seeing the same dynamic playing out, that basically there is a limited amount of time that this acceptance will work for?
Child tax credits are expected to go through the end of the year. So certainly as we head into 2022 for spring and Easter, that's something we're going to be watching carefully to see is there a headwind that's going to be there. Keep in mind that we still have four hire signs at so many different businesses. Mm-hmm. The demand for labor is high, so consumers can get a job if they choose to. We'll have to see as this child tax credit runs out. And frankly, we're not going to be in a holiday season then if you're going to be able to pass through the same amount of increases. We do have inflationary pressures, and it's cotton also in terms of raw materials.
Dana, let's go back to the sell side and all of your heritage on the street. What's the Telsey single best buy for next year?
I think overall, when I think about what's going to work in 2022, I think we're going to see companies like Levi Strauss, in terms of denim, work well, given back to work can mean a more casual attire also. I think we're going to see new business models emerge. Look at companies like Figs, who's providing scrubs for the healthcare profession, which is one of the fastest growing professions out there. And when we think of other types of business, look at off-price. TJX, Burlington, Ross stores. Traffic goes to the off-pricers.